Unit 2 Main Task Timeline Making. First,
The prehistoric period. Prehistoric period, or when there was human life before records, documented human activity roughly dates from 2.5 million years ago to 1200 BC. It is generally categorized in three archaeological periods, which are the Stone Age, Bronze Age, and Iron Age. Prehistoric art covers Europe, the Mediterranean, and Western Asia from the Paleolithic period or the Old Stone Age. So these are the people who were in vogue during the prehistoric times or the prehistoric period. So first is the caveman. The caveman is a stock character representative of primitive humans in the Paleolithic. Cavemen made cave paintings because hunting was critical to early human survival, and animal art in caves has often been interpreted as an attempt to influence the success of the hunt. So cavemen, gapuyo man sila sa kuweba, it means that they were also the one who paint the cave paintings. Second is the Neanderthals. Neanderthals, long perceived to have been unsophisticated and brutish, really did paint stalagmites in a Spanish cave more than 60,000 years ago. Neanderthals do appear to have created objects that might be called art much less frequently than early humans did. Neanderthals also made the oldest cave paintings and shell beads, which are the first work of art. Next would be the chosen famous artworks in this period. So first is the Chauvet Cave. The Chauvet-Pontior Cave in the Ardèche department of southern France is a cave that contains some of the best preserved figurative cave paintings in the world. Hundreds of animal paintings have been catalogued depicting at least 13 different species, including some rarely or never found in other Ice Age paintings, rather than depicting only the familiar herbivores that predominate in Paleolithic cave art. Horses, aurochs, mammoths. In that period, napa sila ana and murag used kay sila in times of kanang sa mga paintings. Halos sila ang figure out, especially the mammoth, saber-tooth, horses, and so on, nga ginahan sa mga prehistoric people. The second famous artwork during the prehistoric period is the Uber Cave. Uber is a group of rock outcrops in the Kakadu National Park, a protected area in the Northern Territory of Australia. There, several large rock overhangs that would have provided excellent shelter to Aboriginal people over thousands of years. Some of the paintings are up to 20,000 years old and depict Ibaramundi, catfish, mullet, guana, snake-necked turtle, pig-nosed turtle, rock hunting ringtail possum, and wallaby and thylacine, or in other term, Tasmanian tiger. The biggest contribution of the prehistoric period in the history of art. In the history of art, prehistoric art is all art produced in pre-literate, prehistorical cultures beginning somewhere in very late geological history and generally continuing until that culture either develops writing or other methods of record keeping or makes significant contact with another culture that has, and that makes some record of major historical events. At this point, ancient art begins for the older literate cultures. The end date for what is covered by the term thus varies greatly between different parts of the world.
the second period that we've choose is the Renaissance, wherein the art, painting, sculpture, architecture, music, and literature was produced during the 14th and the 16th century in Europe. Scholars no longer believe that the Renaissance marked an abrupt break with medieval values, as is suggested by the French word Renaissance means rebirth. Hieronymus Bosch is one of the proponents of this era. He was born around 1450 and died in year 1516. He was a painter, and his world-famous artwork was the Garden of Earthly Delights. The second proponent of Renaissance era is Albrecht Dürer. He was born on May 21, 1471 in Germany and died April 6, 1528 at the age of 56. He was regarded as the greatest German Renaissance artist. His famous painting is the Praying Hands. The two famous artworks of this period are, first, the statue of David by Michelangelo, one of the most recognized works of Renaissance sculpture that symbolizes strength and youthful beauty. It was created in marble between 1501 and 1504. A marble statue of the biblical figure David, a favored subject in the art of Florence. Second is the Portinari altarpiece by Hugo van der Goes. It is an oil painting on the wood, one of the treasure altarpiece of Northern Renaissance art that ranks alongside the finest religious art of the 15th century by famous painter. It represents the adoration of the shepherd and the Holy Family according to the Bible story in Luke. Renaissance period's biggest contribution is the promotion, rediscovery, or revival of classical philosophy, literature, and art. Renaissance art combined influences of increased awareness of nature, revival of classical learning, and more individualistic view of man. The third era that we've chosen is the Baroque period, around 16th to 17th centuries. The third Baroque was derived from the Portuguese word barroco, which means irregularly shaped pearl or stone. This period describes a fairly complex idiom and focuses on painting, sculpture, as well as architecture. One of the proponents of Baroque period is Peter Paul Rubens. He was born in 1577 and died on 1640. He was a Flemish Baroque painter, and he was well known for his paintings of mythical and figurative subjects, landscapes, portraits, and counter-Reformation altarpieces. His commissioned works were mostly religious subjects, historic paintings of magical creatures, and hunt scenes. His famous works were Samson and Delilah, Landscape with a Tower, Portrait of Helen Forment, and The Three Graces. The second proponent of this period is Gian Lorenzo Bernini, born on 1598 and died on 1680. He is an Italian artist and the first Baroque artist. He practiced architecture and sculpture, painting, stage design, and was also a playwright. He is the last in the list of dazzling universal geniuses. As a prodigy, his first artworks dated from his 8th birthday. Some of his famous works are The Rape of Proserpina, David, Dumb Soul, and Blessed Soul. Some of the famous artworks of this period includes The Rape of Proserpina. It is a large Baroque marble sculptural group by Italian artist Gian Lorenzo Bernini. It is executed between 1621 and 1622. Bernini was only 23 years old at its completion. It depicts the abduction of Proserpina, who is seized and taken to the underworld by the god Pluto. The second famous artworks of this period is the Portrait of Helen Forment, painted by Peter Paul Rubens, the daughter of a rich salt and rum merchant from the city of Antwerp. It was around this time that the painter's second wife, or Rubens' second wife, who was 36 years in junior, began to appear frequently in the artist's work in both composition of a mythological nature and individual and family portraits. The biggest contribution of Baroque period in the history of arts were the Reformation and the Counter-Reformation. It is the development of the Baroque style was considered to be closely linked with the Catholic Church, wherein the popularity of the Baroque style was encouraged by the Catholic Church, which had decided at the Council of Trent that the arts should communicate religious themes and direct emotional involvement in response to the Protestant Reformation. Fourth is
Rococo period. Centuries before the term bling was invented to denote ostentatious shows of luxury, Rococo infused the world of art and interior design with an aristocratic idealism that favored elaborate ornamentation and intricate detailing. The paintings that became signature to the era were created in celebration of Rococo's grandiose ideals and lust for the aristocratic lifestyle and pastimes. The movement, which developed in France in the early 17th, evolved into a new, over-the-top marriage of the decorative and fine arts, which became a visual lexicon that infiltrated 18th century. One of the famous artists during the Rococo period is Jean-Antoine Watteau. He was born on October 10, 1684 at Valenciennes, France, and died on July 18, 1721 at Nogent-sur-Marne, France. Many of Watteau's most important works have a stage-like setting, which the panoramic scene extending laterally in very shallow space. Such compositional devices can be traced to his love of the theater and ballet. Both opera and the more popular Commedia dell'arte were favorite subjects of his. His famous artworks are the Embarcation for Cythera and the Piero. Another is Jean-Baptiste Simeon Chardin. Chardin is a French painter who was born on November 2, 1699 and died on December 6, 1779 at Paris, France. Chardin's genre paintings share a lot of similarities with his still lives. Unlike his contemporaries, who were consumed with the allegorical and figurative aspects typical of Rococo painting, Chardin gave as much attention to the objects in his paintings as he did the people. More typically, in portraiture, objects appear only as accessories to the person portrayed, but pictured in moments of quiet reflection, Chardin's sitters often seem to be the accessories themselves. One of the famous artworks during the Rococo period is the Embarcation for Cythera, painted by Jean-Antoine Watteau. This painting depicts a number of amorous couples in elegant aristocratic dress within an idealized pastoral setting on Cythera, the mythical island where Venus, the goddess of love, birthed forth from the sea. Overall, the painting celebrates the journey of love, as contemporary critic Jeb Pearl wrote, Watteau's paired lovers, locked in their agonizing, delicious indecision, are emblems of the ever-approaching and ever-receding possibility of love. Next would be The Soap Bubbles by Jean-Baptiste Simeon Chardin. This painting depicts two children at play. An older boy, leaning forward, blows through a reed, expanding a luminous soap bubble. Influenced by Dutch Golden Age genre painter, Chardin's realistic genre scenes were his unique contribution to the Rococo period. Unlike most artists who focused on the aristocracy and its entertainments, that depicted domestic scenes, children at play, and still lives, all reflecting the Rococo's homage to leisurely pastimes. Biggest contribution during the Rococo period in the history of art. Rococo art and architecture carried a strong sense of theatricality and drama, influenced by stage design. Theater's influence could be seen in the innovative ways painting and decorative objects were woven into various environments, creating fully immersive atmospheres. Detail work flourished in the Rococo period. Stucco reliefs as frames, asymmetrical patterns involving motifs and scroll work, sculptural arabesque details, gilding, pastels, and trompe l'oeil are the most noted methods that were used to achieve a seamless integration of art and architecture.
Fifth, the Romantic period. Romanticism has an intellectual orientation that characterized many works of literature, painting, music, architecture, criticism, and historiography in Western from the late 18th to mid 19th centuries. Proponents of Romanticism. Number 1 is Victor Hugo. He was born on February 1802 in France and died in 1885. He is a French poet, novelist, essayist, playwright, and dramatist of Romantic movement. Some of his famous artworks includes Lace and Ghost and The Wave or My Destiny. He is better known abroad for such novels as Notre Dame de Paris. Second proponent of Romanticism is Francisco Goya. Born March 1746, died April 1828. A Spanish romantic painter and printmaker. He is considered the most important Spanish artist of the late 18th and the early 19th centuries. His works reflected contemporary upheavals and influenced important later artists. His famous works includes The 3rd of May, La Maja Desnuda, The Colossus, and The Dog.
Famous artworks during the Romanticism period. First is The Nightmare by Henry Fuseli. It is an oil painting that portrays a dreaming woman and the content of her nightmare. According to Fuseli, one of the most unexplored regions of art are dreams. The Nightmare became an icon of Romanticism and a defining image of Gothic horror. Many other artists inspires ever since it was painted, most notably Mary Shelley and Edgar Allan Poe, both of them Romantic authors. Another famous artwork during the Romanticism period is the Joan of Arc by Francois Rude. It is a remarkable sculpture that portrayed a young woman with her hands up, listening to the mystical voice calling her to fight for the liberty of France against the English invaders. Her hair has already been cut to prepare her for battle, and her armor is by her side. The sword symbolizes his loyalty to his army, and the cross represents how holy she was. The biggest contribution during the Romanticism period in the history of art. Generally, the artists this time highlighted the importance of sense and emotions in understanding and experiencing the universe rather than just reasoning. However, one of the greatest contributions of Romanticism to the history of art is their bronze and marble sculpture.